This series is intended for mature audiences.
Captain's log. President Murphy Maxwell, stardate, 4? We have arrived on a cold as shit planet, and after a lot of dicking around on an iceberg, we managed to figure out how to return to our own damn ship. Thanks, Zordon, for just telling us we could just do that. Anyway, the away team finds itself in front of a strange alien door with a weird eye looking at them. Ah! It's locked! Who's there?
The Multiverse Collective.
Okay, we're going to pick up straight where we left off last time. So, the three of you have walked into this giant metallic room, and over the intercom system, you hear,
"Welcome to Zorlorn! I'm glad to see the new Rangers are shaping up."
So how do you all react at hearing somebody know you are the Rangers on a completely different planet?
There's a door in front of us, right?
There's a door behind you where you walked into.
But we're just looking at a wall?
Yeah, you're on a different planet. You don't know how doors work.
From what I can tell, it's just a wall.
Yeah.
Murphy, who the fuck was that?
How am I supposed to know, man? I just got here too.
You're in charge. You're in charge.
Yeah, Murphy, you're the team leader.
Look, all right, this job wasn't intended for me. Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, were you speaking to me? I think it would kind of show the backside of this bulbous blue alien head from this control room looking down into this room. Oh, silly me, as he presses the intercom button. You probably don't know how our doors work. Just walk right up and place both of your hands on it and it'll open up eventually.
I look at Spencer. Like, you're strong, you do it.
Spencer shoves Max to the front.
Fine.
You have less life to live. I don't know what you're...
You could have said, "Oh, you're the chaperone. You're the adult of this group." No, you go.
Just do it.
Fine.
You nominated Murphy to be in charge.
And Max walks up to the door and puts his hands in the air like he just don't care.
After a comedically funny amount of time of you just standing there looking like you're about to surrender to a wall.
Really?
It takes a long time. It's a biometric scan and it's a new person, so it's really a good solid 20 seconds to get everything going.
The door finally opens, sort of like comes back into the wall and then splits apart, and you see like a staircase straight up.
Do we go this way?
Not before standing in front of this wall for much too long.
Wait, do we all have to do that, or is it just one of us?
I swear to God, if it's just one of us.
Spencer's just gonna breeze past him and go straight up the stairs.
All right, follow her. Murphy follows.
Max is just gonna put his hands on his hips and just sigh so deeply before following behind them.
You make it to the top of the stairs first, Spencer. You walk into this absolutely fucking massive control room. There's screens everywhere. You can see every corner of this planet. You can see into the city underneath the ground. You can see like desolate wastelands. You can see the random patches of water that haven't frozen over due to the ice. You can see the iceberg with like just a mark where the three of you landed not even 20 minutes ago. And then you also can see this big blue bulbous alien head sat watching the screens.
Just the head, or is it sitting in a chair?
It's sitting in a chair, but all you can make out is the head.
Okay. But there is presumably a body.
Yeah, for sure. There's you see the back of the chair with this large bulbous head, and when it turns around, you see this character stand up, and you realize that this race, they're like 8 feet tall, kind of gangly, long, spindly arms, and his head kind of goes up and presses a little bit at the ceiling. Oh, hello! So nice to see you. Welcome in. And he extends a kind of goopy hand.
What is this mega mind ass shit? All right.
I think Spencer just takes a second to like gawk and take it all in. She's obviously never seen an 8-foot tall blue guy with a bulbous head before. But she does make a very irregular attempt to be polite, and she like reaches out and just grabs that goopy ass hand with all the enthusiasm she can muster.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the goopy hand. My apologies. And he wipes it and looks at Max. You're jacked. And then he looks at Murphy. He seems confused.
You could call me the brains of the operation, I guess.
Yeah, he's brain jacked. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, brain jacked. He kind of grabs your head, looks at him.
Back in Angel Grove, we call people like him a late bloomer.
Oh. At least I'm bloom.
See. I'm familiar with your earthen terms, such as late bloomer. I've heard this before.
This is the second weird big... Are you related to the other weird big head that we know?
Who's that?
Zordon?
No, we are not relatives. We are but friends.
But you do know him.
Indeed, yes. How is he doing?
Well, he's alive in a computer?
Yeah.
Okay. He never really explained that to us. He didn't... I'll be real, he didn't explain a lot to us before he sent us on this trip. He just sort of said you're in charge and kicked us out.
Yeah, come to think of it, he didn't explain the head thing to me either. I had never even thought to ask him. Now I feel kind of rude and silly. Oh, an explanation on why you're here?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Is this what you seek? You're the brains. I can tell. Look at you. Wow. Humans, you're amazing. How I've missed you so.
Max just looks at Spencer, just fucking fourth wall, like office stares.
Yeah, Spencer is shrugging comically.
Murphy's not entirely sure how to handle this situation. Do you... Okay, so you know we're rangers of some sort, right?
Indeed. Oh my gosh, I've forgotten my earthen manners. I'm so sorry to you. The sponsored one, the mini-sponsored one. What is your name?
Max.
That's Max, right?
He's talking to you. Max. Max.
Sure. Max Brown, at your service, sir. And he just kind of salutes.
Oh, yeah. It is so nice to meet you. You must have an incredible amount of money with the amount of companies that you have on your body. That is so many.
No, he's poor.
Max just he's laughing and it just turns into a cry.
Keep it together, old man. Come on. Little dignity.
I can tell this is a sore spot.
Thanks.
I will not bring it up again.
Who are you?
That's a good question. The thing is I find it really hard to respond to you, and he looks back to Max, because I'm absolutely perplexed. You see, you look like you're in your 20s, but spiritually, I sense you're older.
Oh, ain't that the
You seem
truth?
very run down. Are you okay? Has life been rough on you, or have you made the wrong decisions?
Max turns to Spencer and goes, this guy really gets people.
Yeah, it's honestly a little eerie.
Max just looks at this guy and is just like, more than you know, man. I need a drink.
Another very sore spot. I will also not bring that up again. and I will explain your questions to you, young one. And he turns to you, Murphy. It appears you know very little, and I am aware that Zordon is not great at explaining things sometimes. I've been through this before. You see, I have known recruits such as yourself. Here, let us sit down. I believe in your language it is called crisscross applesauce, and we will explain to each other the things that we know.
Okay.
Sure.
For sure.
Will you sit with me?
Max sits down on the ground, perplexed.
Yeah, Murphy. What else is he gonna do? A weird giant blue alien asked him to sit down and crisscross apples. He's gonna do it.
Spencer's trying her best, but she's been focusing a little bit too hard on gains and not as much on flexibility, so her legs don't all the way crisscross.
You there, the one with the tight hammies. I must ask you, what do you know of the Charybdis?
The what?
The Charybdis.
That's what it's called? I may have said some things to some people that I can't take back. Oh, fuck.
What did you do?
I thought we were fighting chlamydia.
Chlamydia? What?
That's... I don't know, man. You know I don't pay attention when the head talks.
Well,
Max is just
Fuck.
head in his
Oh,
hands.
God, that's so embarrassing. Fuck. Oh, she's never gonna talk to me again. Shit. I told her I was fighting chlamydia. Oh, God. Oh, I can't take it back.
You have a flashback to also blaming it on, like, her blaming it on Max for you to have to fight chlamydia because she thought he had chlamydia.
Well, that seems like a personal problem that we can deal with when we don't have an alien in front of us. So maybe just sit the best you can. Mr. Big Giant Head, what is your name?
Oh, my name? Well, my actual name may be a little too difficult for you to pronounce if you have troubles confusing Charybdis with chlamydia, which I am sorry to hear your planet is still suffering from. My deepest condolences.
It's surprising that in 1,000 years we haven't figured that out yet, but...
One would think.
My earthen name that I claimed last I was there, I believe it was in your earthen years in the 20s to 30s, somewhere around there. I noticed you all like acronyms, so I created one myself. You may call me T.A.A.B.S. It stands for the All-American Baseball Star. I saw Babe Ruth and I wanted to fit in. I saw how much your people liked that man with the bat. So that is what you may call me, T.A.A.B.S.
It's a great name, dude. Spencer tries to dap him up.
Thank you very much. He knows exactly what the dap is. He keeps up. He gets little broadcasts out where he's at.
Can you specify which 20s and 30s it was?
Oh, sorry, the 19 ones.
Oh, do you know what year it is?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess it's not important.
Maybe it is. What year is it? Where you're from? We do things a little different over here.
It's a little. There's been a couple years. It's the year 3198.
Yeah. Time sure does fly. Wow.
How old is? Okay. He just sort of looks at Max and goes, I don't know what to do.
Max just kind of pats his hands on his legs. Okay, so Charybdis.
Yes, Charybdis. Great job. You get a point. And he holds out nothing in his hand. It's a imaginary point.
Max takes it so graciously.
Yeah, and he begins to explain what Charybdis is, which is the shadowed maw of oblivion, and is foretold. Well, why don't you take it away? This is definitely something he's going to lay out what Charybdis is.
The shadowed moat of oblivion is the pure manifestation of despair. When it's in the universe, it is the harbinger of doom. Nothing in its path will survive. It's basically the symbol of the evil and darkness in the whole of the universe. A brief description of it, it's just absolutely massive. Like, it's a weapon of unparalleled destruction. It eats worlds as a snack. It leaves nothing behind, and it is coming to your planet when it goes dark. Blots out all light from how fucking ginormous it is. And T.A.A.B.S would also tell you that this one is different from the last time. This one has a sort of emanating glow behind it, like it's being controlled by somebody else.
And you want Murph, Max, and I to deal with that? The old man?
Oh, I only have a bow, right?
That's all you have, huh? This may be challenging. And he has this expression where he looks perplexed, and you can really get to study his whole thing. Just kind of how he really, really looks. He looks very spacey, and his eyes are trained on nothing as he's rubbing his chin, which is definitely like a mannerism that he picked up from his time on Earth. You can see he's trying to remember these things that he vaguely remembers about Earth and culture, and it all seems very out of place with what he's trying to do. But as he settles into himself, he's thinking, and he explains, that is simply our end goal. That's something that I would be training you for. You see, I tend to take on entry-level rangers, such as yourself, and this would be the time, and he kind of stands up and he starts walking to his computer. This would be the time where I would say, hey, the bunks are up there, go nestle up, and we're going to have a good solid year where I'm going to train you and get you ready to take on the T.A.A.B.S. Oh, yeah. Except...
We don't have a year, do we?
He hits a button on his computer. This that you see right here, and it's this spiral of pure white and blue that flings past the screen, and the speakers sound blown out. This isn't necessarily the T.A.A.B.S, but it is something here on this planet that I can't deal with on my own. And now that you're here, maybe we'll just treat this like an exercise, kind of see how everything's going, and then I'll give you some pointers and I'll send you on your way. Would you be okay with that? I kind of need you to sign off on this. And he starts handing out papers before we go out into the field.
Spencer does
I know
not
how
read it.
you Earth people are with laws. And
Murphy looks at Max and goes, "Is this legal documentation? You're the only one with any corporate experience here."
Look, at this point, Murph, I don't think any of this matters, and Max just signs it.
Yeah, Spencer doesn't bother to read it. She signs it.
Okay.
Passes it back.
Yeah, Murphy will sign it as well.
I don't say this often, but it's in the Lord's hands now, and he hands it back to T.A.A.B.S.
127 recruits, and not a single one read the paper.
Oh, damn it, Max!
Oh, you earthen people.
Nice.
and he takes the documents and he tucks them down, and maybe you can describe what they would see on this screen. He wants to give them some pre-game info on this emergency situation.
So what you see on the screen in front of you is the Frost Leviathan. It is a colossal biomechanical creature that was basically a remnant of ancient technology from the Zorlornians. It was a war machine to help them dominate other planets. However, it was forced to retreat to the frozen wastes of the planet, where it has remained dormant for many centuries. And T.A.A.B.S would know, since the Tooth landed on Earth in the forest outside of Angel Grove, the Leviathan has reawakened and has started to seek glory and started to wreak havoc on Zorlorn.
So we know there's a tooth here now?
You don't know there's a tooth, but
Okay.
since it's that sort of timeline, in the last like 7 months, it's just been active.
So you need us to go kill a giant robot that I assume your people made a long time ago?
That's a good question. I would like to clarify. You're not going by yourself. I'm going to go with you. I'll help you out.
This makes things a lot better. Okay.
Yeah. And maybe you see that he's got a little what do you call them? Little ranger buttons?
Morphers.
Morphers. There it is. I blanked so hard. I could see the Sega Genesis game animation in my head of that, but yeah, blanked. Yeah, you can see he's kind of got one, and yeah, he's I think he's got like a really, really sick hideout that is ultra massive, and I think he begins to walk y'all through it, and so much of this technology looks so incredibly way beyond anything you've ever seen that it's like post technology, that it just looks so simplistic and natural. And you continue to make your way into where there is the coolest part of every base ever, which is the vehicles room, and he's got I don't know, what kind of vehicle do you think he would have hanging out in there? What do y'all want to shred out in?
Well, it's an ice planet, right? So would it be some sort of weird decked out snowmobile hovercraft thing?
That sounds good. Yeah, definitely got 2 big skates under it.
It's called the
Too
Ice
big,
House.
No.
Hell yeah. It is a house. It looks just like a house. I tried to make this look a little familiar and comfortable to you to make you feel less at unease. Is that words? Let's go.
I think under any other situation, Murphy would be absolutely in his element with all this crazy future tech. But he's a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
With your mind racing, will you roll me 2d6, please? Just flat.
That's a 4.
Okay, so in the back of your mind, you hear a sort of sultry whisper of just Murphy, but it seems familiar, yet different at the same time.
I look at everybody else. Did anybody else hear that?
Are you hallucinating again?
I might be hallucinating again. Wait,
Max.
again?
Murphy,
When was the
he's
first time?
hallucinating again. Don't worry about
Wait,
it,
when
Max.
was again? Wait,
Max,
wait.
fix
wait.
this. You're the adult.
What is going on? Wait, this seems like a lot. I don't know what's going on now.
Murphy, buddy,
What?
you'll be all right. All right, let's just walk into the single family house on snow treads in the middle of an ice planet to go fight a robot.
I suddenly feel like this is all
Just a normal day.
I'm very much doubting the situation of my personal experience right now, but fuck it, Weeple, let's go.
You're doing amazing.
You know what? Working at Phoebe for all these years, that's really rule number 1 in corporate Angel Grove. So you're well on your way, kid.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
It's not.
Okay.
Max once again laughs until he cries.
Remind me in the future to put a psychiatrist in for Max.
My health insurance doesn't cover that.
Yeah, and it's not included in Phoebe's employment either.
Of course not.
So I don't hear anything else from this voice. It's just I heard the one thing and that's it.
Yeah, it's sort of repeating. It happens 2 or 3 times, but it gets a bit louder each time.
Oh, it's getting closer.
To the point where you think the voice is in the room with you.
He's very twitchy right now and looking around. Like, seriously, nobody else hears the voice?
I really think we need to take him to a doctor.
Tabs, what is
Cabs.
going on? Why?
Spencer, I don't think he's handling the pressure of being leader. I think it's going to his head. I'm worried for him.
Oh, pressure? Here, have some Dramamine.
Honestly, I could really use that right now.
Do you have like Xanax or something?
Is it actually Dramamine or is it just
It's the Zorlornian equivalent.
Oh, this seems like a bad idea. Fuck it. Let's do it.
And it is actually a hallucinogen. You're fearing that you're hallucinating earlier.
Murphy's about to be barred out.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Yeah.
He takes it and takes the pill. We can't get worse, right?
I don't know about that.
Let's go.
You're
Let's
about
get
to
on
have
this.
a crazy next 15 minutes, but after that, you'll feel really good. It's kind of like a purge.
Okay. Let's get on this moving house thing, please.
Okay, so you get into this house, and in the living room where there should be a TV, there's just a driver's seat. Like, it's like a 6-gear, 6-liter, two twin turbo, like engine. Like, it's just an absolutely beastie build.
It's like a monster truck, but a house.
Everything else about the house is completely the same, though.
Yeah.
There's like a dishwasher in there. There's like framed portraits with the standard Walmart families that are in the photos and everything. Like it's done up really, really nice. Vases with water in them.
And there's a plumbed-in toilet. Surprisingly, I don't know how he's managed to do it, but it's plumbed in and it works.
It's there.
I'm just imagining like a 1950s like stock standard 2-story house.
like a Sears built.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. The first generation modular home. This is what you've
hell
got.
Future's
It's the
rad,
most
man.
American thing.
Murphy steps and looks around and immediately just sits down on the couch and just sort of stares off in the distance for a mile.
Yeah, you've done the equivalent of DMT.
Yeah. You got some ayahuasca in there right now, dude.
You're gonna go on the most like healing trip of your life. You're gonna see the universe snake, and he's gonna tell you everything's gonna be okay.
Was it?
You're gonna see Strix.
Was it Futurama when they like lick the toad and just go on this absolute war rampage and just kill everything? Just like lick eyes huge and everything around them dies.
But I'm gonna do your 15-minute trip as an interlude because I feel like that would really be
that's a
fun
good
to
idea.
like
That's a really
play
good
with. So Tab sits down, and then out of nowhere, I imagine like a trucker baseball cap comes.
It's huge.
Lower down.
He
I'm ready now.
Sticks his arm on the side. He's got like a trucker tan. Like, don't know how because he's not got any windows to get to him. And he just absolutely kicks it into high gear. Like, this is the fastest vehicle you've ever been in.
Max flops back into the lazy boy and is just like raises his hands up and he's just like, sure. All right. What else do we got today?
I think Murphy looks over at Max and his eyes are all pupil. There's nothing behind him. It's just all pupil. He's not perceiving you right now.
I imagine he's on the ground just like Squidward, like, future.
Alone.
Luckily for you all, it takes more than 15 minutes to get to the Ice Leviathan, so, he's out of his absolute hallucinogenic path through the blissful side of life.
He comes out of it, and then he looks at Max and just goes, "I'm sorry, Max, for everything."
The fuck did you give him, man? Shit.
Max just looks at Murphy and he's just like, you know what, brother? Get in here, offers him a hug.
Run it out, bro.
Oh yeah, Murphy gives him a hug and he's just crying. He's like, "I'm so sorry for everything you've been through, Max."
It's all right. It's all right, Murphy. We'll get through it together, you and me. I promise you.
You are in this ATV house, driving for what seems like maybe 45 minutes, when you hear this just colossal roar. Like, it shakes the whole house, like turbulence. Like, it's a full-on earth quaking sort of feeling. You look out, I don't know, let's say like the kitchen window, and you just see like the armored hide of this frost leviathan. It's got to be like 5-6 miles away, and you can just see like the glint of like the silver and blue going past.
Max throws up.
Well, I guess we're almost
Would you like
there.
some Dramamine as well? Are you sick too?
No,
Here, take this powder.
don't do it, Max.
Max puts it in his pocket and he's just like, I'll need one of these on the way back.
Hey, I'm so sorry I came on here and I gave your players drugs.
It's all good.
Of all people, Murphy was the perfect target. Holy shit.
Oh, 100%. So you can see this gigantic creature. You know, you've never fought anything of this size. Like, the tallest thing like the three of you have ever fought is probably like 15, 16 feet tall. You know, this to be able to see its hide from 5-6 miles away, you can sort of guesstimate that this is like 60, 70 feet wide in like the torso area of Leviathan.
Oh, jeez. Oh, gee golly whiz. I sure didn't fill you in before we got here. That thing over there? Yeah, so it was originally made to take out whole towns. So it's going to be a little tricky getting in there and figuring it out, but I think we can handle it. You guys don't have any experience with fighting ancient war machines, do you?
No,
don't think so.
mostly just
No.
like punch stuff.
Things made out of weird clay and then a big weird marshmallow thing.
Exactly.
I did spreadsheets for a while.
You what?
I did spreadsheets for a while.
Max, you've never spread anyone's sheets. Let's get serious. We're about to go to war.
Spencer!
Very nice one, Spencer. High five.
Yeah, Spencer takes that high five. Still fucking got it.
Oh, that was so off the cuff. It was just amazing.
So yeah, Tabs is going to go on and explain that the challenging thing with the Frost Leviathan is that it's designed to be like near impenetrable. So it's incredibly armored, and we have to somehow strip away that armor, get at it, find a weak spot. Not sure what that weak spot is, but really explains that that we need to be really tactical, and that this is going to be a test on your team communication to see how well you all can play off of each other. And yeah.
Is there like a big glowing weak spot we can hit? That's where there usually is when I play games.
I don't see it from here, but maybe there is when we get up close. That'd be really choice if the designer was to have done that.
I mean, it seems like a bad idea from a design standpoint, but it'd be really easy if we could, just hit it in a button and just turn it off.
It absolutely would. That would be great. And then you see Tabs. He places his hands behind his back, and he steps back, and he doesn't seem nervous at all about this situation whatsoever. He seems more observant on the three of you to see how you communicate with each other.
Are we close enough to actually fight it, or are we still approaching?
You're approaching, but you like a well-aimed arrow could probably hit it. You're probably like,
So we're close enough to be in, engagement range.
Like I'd say, like with the strength that the Ranger suit gives you, you've sort of figured out that you can shoot an arrow maybe like 600 feet if you use the full strength of the suit, and you're probably like that distance.
Ultimately, we're probably close enough to start drawing aggro from this thing.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
All right. I think if we're trying to strip away this thing's armor, I'm thinking maybe we do a 3-pronged attack, right? I'll use my light powers. I'll heat up the armor. Spencer, if you can get in close and kind of knock it loose, and then Murphy, if you want to use your arrows, stay back and get this thing once we get rid of certain pieces of armor. Does that work with everybody?
That's like way smarter than my idea.
Yeah, as the leader, I think Max should melt off the armor. Murphy, you should punch it, and then when that's done, I'll hit it with an arrow. Sounds like a plan.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Hey Murph, you Sure you're okay after that alien Dramamine?
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Mr. T.A.A.B.S, how do you contribute to the fight?
I will be watching and I will be participating. Of course, I'll help out.
Okay, I just didn't know what you could do to, work you into a strategy.
Oh yeah, I basically just whip ass.
Stick.
Like all
cool.
the time. Yeah.
You can go do that with Spencer then. That's kind of what she does too.
Fuck yeah, bro. Another dap up.
As far as what I can add of value to this, well, let me just show you. And he starts walking over to the area where you see that there's kind of an opening in the house. It's the garage door. He basically walks into what would be the garage. And right before he gets there, he points onto a table and he says, "You should pick those up." Then he closes that door. And you see him through I love that this is a house so much. You see him through like the dining room window, just walk out in the snow, looking completely unbothered by everything. And then he goes, whap. It looks like he slaps his belt and it emits this white out glow, like whoo, shines. And then whenever it comes back in his place, you see his sword, which is this massive mechanical flying bird style. Quetzalcoatl is essentially what this is, like a winged serpent. It's going to flap its mechanical wings and just take off towards where this frost leviathan is.
Murphy stands there and goes, "What?" And he looks at Max and goes, "Does your belt do that? Last time I checked, you just punch yourself in the dick."
No, it does not do that. But I think Max is going to look over at the table to see what T.A.A.B.S pointed at before he walked out.
Okay, so you see 3 coins, like the old school Ranger Martha coins. One has a picture of a behemoth on it, one has a picture of an Alicanto on it, and one has a picture of a Strix on it.
All right, well, this one's me. If I don't make it, well, it's been a fun run. I think Max picks up the Alicanto coin. Does it like slot into his belt?
Yeah, so for you, it would slot into your belt, yeah.
Okay. Then he's going to slot it into his belt and follow out the garage. And I think Spencer and Murphy see, again, from the dining room window, Max just do like the sign of the cross before he hits his belt.
What are the 4 sponsors at each point that he touches on? And we zoom in on
It's what is it? McDonald's, eBay, or WickDonald's, Phoebe, Glamazon, and
Quiznos.
Quiznos is infinite.
and that one's straight on the chest.
Quiznos. It's just
It's gotta be
canon
Quiznos. Quiznos is canon in every
Just
game. Yeah.
Quiznos.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
So
sorry
it's
for what I've
3
done.
random companies and fucking Quiznos. And as soon as he makes the sign of the corporate cross, he hits his belt and is engulfed in a white light.
Spencer's gonna nudge Murphy and be like, "Hey, he finally figured it out."
He didn't punch
He
himself
didn't
in the
even
dick
double
this
over
time.
and
It's
pain
been
this
6
time, yeah.
months, and he does it every time.
I don't know. I think he's grown up.
So as the white light around Max dissipates, you see what looks like a cross between a Uniwing stealth bomber and, I don't know, like a Phoenix. So it's this silvery white. Again, it just looks like one of those like B-2 like mono-wing aircrafts.
Hell yeah.
But it looks like there are flames coming off of the aircraft itself. You see it just power up, and the afterburners shoot out with this like purple flame, with like purple and silver flame, and it just takes off into the sky.
Hell yeah.
So Murphy will pick up his, and his whole thing is liquid metal. So he's got like a bow pendant around his neck, and the coin, when he touches the coin to the bow, it like sort of makes a ring, like a holder for it. And he goes, well, I guess I did it right. Do you want to go first, Spencer, or do you want me to?
No, I want to see this shit.
Okay.
Let's go, Murph. And she claps him on the back.
Ow.
Sorry. Fuck.
So he steps outside where Max was, and he activates it, and the metal, more metal than usual, flows out, and it just sort of starts to grow and becomes this giant blob. And as it grows, it becomes this giant metallic owl, which is this a Strix, which, if anybody's listening, I'm going to share this window right now. It's very funny. I have the Asus website. It's just a fucking, their logo is a Strix. So I'm just going to, this is what it looks
sponsored by. Spencer, what about you? Who are you sponsored by?
I don't think
Red
Spencer. Yeah, just
Protein
Red Bull,
pancakes.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, protein pancakes. It's got to be.
So yeah, it grows, and it's this big. I mean, a Strix is essentially just an owl. So it grows, and it's got these big, silver wings and a red glow behind it that matches the glow that's on his mask usually. He looks back at the house at Spencer and goes, "Yeah, it works."
Good job, buddy. And she's holding 2 thumbs up. Like a proud parent at your kid's shitty ballet recital.
Yeah, I think the wings open up, and he takes a flap and just completely whiffs his first attempt to fly.
Such a
His
nerdy
face
thing
plants
to
into
do.
the snow. It's like, ow! Okay,
You're
well.
gonna do great.
Yeah, so he's gonna attempt to fly while Spencer does hers.
Yeah, so Spencer just slots her coin into her bracer, and she's kind of nervous because all of these other guys can fly, and she has a feeling that she's gonna be the only one stuck running on the ground like a fucking asshole. And so she just slaps the shit out of it, and she starts morphing into a
Did she
gigantic.
leave the house first?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, she follows Murphy out. Yeah. As funny as it would be for her to do this in the garage, and completely destroy their way home,
My home. Yeah.
she does stand outside.
It's okay. We'll all fly back.
Yeah. Gotta fucking walk into a giant armored rhinoceros, essentially. Just like a giant metallic rhinoceros wearing full plate mail.
Hell yes.
And it's very no frills, but it's meant to just go straight through problems, as Spencer's methodology always is. There is no over, under, or around.
Dude, I love the image of seeing the 3 of us flying in the sky, and it pans down, just thunderous running
Yeah, just
through this
Puffing and
snow.
puffing.
I think Murphy hasn't figured out flying yet, so he's sitting on the rhinoceros's back.
Yeah, absolutely. Much like they do when Spencer's doing push-ups and she makes Murphy sit on her back for extra weight.
And that's where we'll leave episode 5. Where can these beautiful listeners find your work?
Oh, you can hear my sultry tones over on the Roaring Trainers podcast. This is where I'm DMing a little adventure right now. Yeah, 1980s Pokemon. It's pretty fucking radical.